Property crime rates, such as home burglaries and auto theft, are quite common in the United States, with around 2.5 million occurrences each year. Nearly half of these incidents involve break-ins at people's homes, and some escalate into full-blown home invasions. Certain areas have a higher incidence of these crimes than others, which is what we're exploring today. In places with high property crime rates, you're likely to encounter other issues beyond just missing belongings. For instance, insurance rates tend to rise, and there's a fear of parking your car on the street due to the risk of theft. Areas with high rates of auto-related property crimes often experience elevated auto insurance premiums. Surprisingly, the cities with the highest property crime rates aren't necessarily the ones you'd expect. While cities plagued by poverty and unemployment often see high levels of violent crime, such as East St. Louis, Detroit, Michigan, and Memphis, Tennessee, they aren't typically hotspots for property crime. In these areas, criminals are more focused on other forms of crime, as there isn't much perceived value in stealing. Today we'll be looking at the largest cities in the United States where your risk of being robbed, experiencing car break-ins, or facing a home invasion is higher than in other areas. Ready? Let's dive in. Detroit, Michigan holds the unfortunate distinction of topping the list with one of the highest burglary and property crime rates. Economic struggles and urban decay have played significant roles in exacerbating crime in this city. The decline of manufacturing industries, coupled with population loss, has left many neighborhoods struggling with poverty and unemployment, factors often associated with increased criminal activity. Despite ongoing efforts to revitalize Detroit, addressing its crime rates remains a formidable challenge for local authorities and community organizations. St. Louis, Missouri, stands out for its high property crime rates, primarily attributed to several interconnected factors such as poverty, drug-related problems, and economic disparities. The city's socio-economic challenges have created an environment where property crimes thrive. Poverty often drives individuals to resort to theft and other property-related offenses to make ends meet. Additionally, drug-related issues contribute to the prevalence of property crimes, as addiction can lead to desperate measures to obtain money or goods. Addressing these underlying issues is essential for effectively reducing property crime rates in St. Louis. Memphis, Tennessee, grapples with significant challenges related to property crimes, which are frequently associated with poverty, gang activity, and drug trade in certain neighborhoods. Economic disparities create conditions where individuals may turn to property crimes as a means of survival or to support drug habits. Gang activity exacerbates the problem, as gangs often engage in theft and other property-related offenses to fund their operations. The presence of a thriving drug trade further fuels property crime rates, as drug transactions can lead to theft and violence in the community. Tackling these complex issues requires a multifaceted approach involving community engagement, law enforcement efforts, and social support programs. Despite its cultural richness, Baltimore, Maryland contends with high burglary rates, which are largely attributed to socioeconomic disparities and drug-related crime. Economic struggles in certain neighborhoods push individuals towards property crimes as a means of survival. The prevalence of drug-related activities further contributes to burglary rates, as addicts may resort to theft to support their habits. Addressing these underlying issues requires comprehensive strategies that not only focus on law enforcement but also on community development, job creation, and addiction treatment programs to reduce crime and improve quality of life in Baltimore. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, contends with high property crime rates primarily stemming from issues like poverty, unemployment, and racial segregation, particularly affecting its urban areas. Economic hardships often push individuals towards property crimes as they struggle to meet their basic needs. High unemployment rates exacerbate the problem, creating a sense of desperation among residents. Additionally, racial segregation contributes to disparities in economic opportunities and social services, further amplifying the likelihood of property crimes in certain communities. Addressing these systemic issues requires a concerted effort from local government, community organizations, and residents to create more equitable opportunities and improve living conditions in Milwaukee's urban areas. In conclusion, the high rates of burglaries and property crimes in these cities reflect complex socioeconomic issues, including poverty, unemployment, and urban decay. Addressing these underlying problems requires comprehensive approaches, including community policing, economic development initiatives, and social welfare programs. By understanding the factors driving these crimes, communities and policymakers can work together to create safer environments for all residents. It's imperative to invest in initiatives that not only address immediate crime concerns, but also tackle the root causes, such as providing job opportunities, improving education, and fostering community engagement. Through collaborative efforts, these cities can strive towards reducing crime rates and fostering thriving, vibrant communities. If you like this video, please do subscribe our channel.